want to talk about.
Yeah, Outlanders. Keep politics out of our goofy podcast.
I have a fun topic though.
Yep.
If you want to,
I was gonna say time check. We're at 45 minutes.
So, actually, last.
Way to deflect it, Ben.
Keeping you on
Ben,
your toes,
I've been
Ben.
training you for that moment especially, and you failed.
Yep.
Well,
This is like Hot Rod.
I wanna
You're
hear Ben's
Rod,
topic,
you're
guys.
Rod's dad.
Yeah, let's hear.
Ben,
Okay.
what's your topic?
So I was at a Columbus Crew game. Actually,
Jesus
last. What,
Here
Matthew?
we fucking go.
What was that?
You know, go ahead. I really want to hear what you have to contribute, Ben.
So I was at a Columbus Crew game,
Jesus.
and it was actually a playoff game.
Already?
How does crew
I think they're a construction crew. I think that's their logo.
Ben, just
continue
ignore.
on?
Please.
Continue on, Ben.
Okay.
Do you have
Anyway,
any props for this one?
no, I just wanted to talk about how unpleasant it is to actually go to a sporting event.
You're so
First
wrong.
of all,
Wait. Any sporting event
Any
or
sporting
a
event.
crew game? Because going to a crew game is like watching grass grow.
well, okay, besides that though, just in general, going to a sporting event. First of all, people are standing up and sitting down. It's like church. You don't know when, especially when it's a sport you're not like super familiar with. And so like I'm kind of a short guy. And so as soon as anything interesting happens, everybody stands up and I can't see anything.
I'm sorry.
So, first of all, that upsets me. But the second thing that really bothers me is the high fives. Because Gunny agrees. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's not what I'm bothered about. What
Danny
I'm
does
bothered
not
about
agree.
is that
Good God.
and that is how you do it.
And that's how it's done.
Caleb high-fived himself.
well, look it. When somebody high fives somebody else, it's a form of congratulations. So, for instance, I come home and I'm like, I got that job. High fives, right?
That was
It's a
solid.
good series of high fives.
That was solid.
But
Or a hug.
or a hug, right? But here's what happens.
What about a butt slap?
Somebody who I literally am watching from 100 meters away kicks a ball. The ball goes into a goal. And suddenly I turn to my friend and I high five him. What was that?
That's a congratulations
Enough
about how
with
good your team just
No.
did. Like,
It's as if you're taking credit
it is
for
not
his
as if
goal.
that's
It's like
what's
saying,
happening.
it's so great that I'm a fan. I'm a fan of
I
this
think
team.
what you're doing here is you're taking that use of high fives out and then complaining like as a possible use and then complaining that they're not
It's
high fiving in a way that you
It's
approve
stupid.
of.
I think you're just being a literal giant stick in the mud. I
Yeah.
can
By the
literally
end of the
seeing
game-
you be the guy like in an intense part of the game, like when everyone should be standing up at a sporting event.
You're just like
Making a point
Can
of sitting
someone
down.
sit down? Sit down. I can't see you in
he's
this
just-
game.
With
Or
his
he's just-
seltzer
I
water.
can't see anything.
Or he's just sitting there
Can
silently,
you sit
just like-
down, little gentleman? I got my seltzer. You got making me spill my seltzer with your high fives.
and he's wearing his
Wow.
socks and sandals and
Yeah.
drinking his seltzer water.
But okay,
Not liking high fives at the sporting event is literally one of the most outlandish things I've ever heard in my entire life.
Okay, it literally got to the point where the ball would go out of bounds. It would be a change of possession. High fives!
Yes,
Let's go!
some people are ridiculous.
That's stupid.
That's because they're just doing it all the time, not because it's inherently inappropriate to high five for
It's team
celebration.
camaraderie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Do
showing
you
your
hate
appreciation and love
friendship?
for the team.
Do you just hate friendship?
You feel like I was not a part of the Denver Broncos, but I still say we won the Super Bowl.
Why?
He also threw up all over my yard.
You're damn right I did. I projectile vomited all over your yard, and it was fantastic. That was a great night. Anyway,
Why do you hate
no,
friendship?
going to professional sports games does not suck. Hockey games are
Hockey games are awesome.
super fun, and
Hockey
this
games
I don't know
are
about you
fun.
guys. I mean, this is for me just because I'm biased. I could sit at a baseball game almost twice a week, all summer
Baseball's
long.
the worst sport. to
Yes.
watch,
I could
though.
sit there, and I
so
understand why
boring.
people don't like to watch it. But I could sit there and I could go to a baseball. I could go
I
to
feel like
Coors Field
baseball's
or
for
anywhere.
like when you don't actually want to be there, but you got some stuff to do and you need. It's like going to the library.
No, I think
but
baseball-
like
Except
a
you
little
wanna be
less.
able to
I
drink
love it,
beer.
dude. Nothing like getting a dog and a beer and just chilling.
Baseball's the best to go to, I think.
It's a good experience, and they have a lot of engagement. I mean,
You could just
summertime, it's nice. You're chilling out. It
You know,
cools
like,
off.
you
if
can
you
bring
go
a
to-
friend and chat and like
Yeah.
when you, the
if you go to a
conversation
football
stops,
game,
it's not
it's
awkward.
like if you go to a football game, everybody's so into it, and I just I'm not at that point. You know, to the point where people get upset and get in fights.
I like
over
going to
some
football
game.
games.
I'd like to go to big football
Have
games,
you-
but I'm not gonna lie. I don't mind that I've only been to 3 Broncos games in my life. I mean, it's hard to get tickets to the NFL games, most of them, but realistically,
You know what?
I would rather
The
watch
chat has
football
said there was
games.
too much high five happening.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah.
More high fives.
Wait, hold on. Put your hand in the middle. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah!
Wow!
That was really good.
I thought you wanted better.
What a weak high five. Nice. Weak.
Boo, Ben.
You're-
Ben, I literally would hate to probably sit in. You'd probably be on your phone half the time catching Pokemon.
Or just,
You'd
like,
ask
texting
questions about what happened.
Actually,
It's like
Okay,
texting
so-
somebody.
Or, like-
This game sucks.
No,
I'm,
actually,
I'm
Matthew.
still at the crew
I
game.
literally,
Oh.
yeah, when I was there, I was like texting my friends, what are you doing
Is
right
it
now?
instant replay? Playback. Boom!
Yeah!
Oh yeah.
Nailed it.
Dude, and like I
Nailed
would
it.
like, you know, OU football games are a little different because we're not a big time
Good.
school. But like as Gunny says,
Oh, your games are still fun.
yeah,
though.
they're fun, but they're way too long.
Never
for,
been to
You know what are awesome?
We're taking
Davidson
one, by the way.
basketball games.
Just because Steph Curry was there. He's not even there.
No,
anymore.
not when Steph Curry was there. I have not been there for that. It's actually really
You've been to an
cool.
OU
It is
basketball?
cool. No, no,
probably.
college sports games are cool, but like I wish. I mean, I'd rather like if I went to Kansas, I'd be at like every home basketball game.
Is this Donald Trump? Is 125 Southland? Is that Donald Trump? He's like, people high fiving so much. Sad. Just, you know.
I don't know.
This
I
Yeah.
agree.
hurts.
Actually, no, I like this, Outlander.
No, you just
Outlanders.
Too many
Well,
high fives.
consider
I think,
yourself
I think there's
Mike
multiple
Pence.
people. They're the
Don't take the
Southlanders.
volume away from his
I think
name.
they're the Southlanders.
Yeah, what?
South-
but there's
they're
no
missing an
H.
I think there are 125
Can you-
Outlanders.
Could you
It's 125 Outlander.
could you type out
Outlanders.
how to pronounce your name? Also, Gunny72. That is really rude.
No one. I don't think anyone is the new Star Trek movie out.
Okay, so
Yeah,
actually,
it's not Friday.
it is really
If I had to
interesting.
guess, I think 125 Outlanders might be Mr. Andrew Kramer.
Is
Probably is that
well? Can you tell us how to pronounce your name, Mr.
from
Landers?
the Colorado there. From colorful Colorado. If it is you, Andrew, congrats on making it there. Glad to see that you and Jack made it safely. Good luck. If you guys need insurance in the Colorado Springs area, hit up Andrew and Jack. They'll probably do some analytics or whatever they did. They've explained it to me a
They
couple
work for.
times.
They do like IT stuff for Progressive.
Yeah, but that's still their company.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Get us a sponsorship.
Keep up the good work, guys.
Anyway, what were we talking
I don't
about?
think Adidas would like.
well,
that
we
sponsorship.
started.
Sports games. You're so wrong. Playoff atmosphere is also insane. When the Rockies won and went to the World Series in 2007, I'll never forget that. That was crazy. That was a whole stadium full of people just freaking out. It was awesome.
A Davidson basketball game is
Oh,
just
man.
like that, but better.
I don't think so.
It's not,
I have a
no.
legitimate question. Are you like Benjamin Button? Because you're like
You're
an
so
old dude.
old.
You're like an old dude trapped in a young man.
People have called me that. Yes.
With your seltzer water and hating on sports.
Ben drinks seltzer water at room temperature with no flavoring on it. That's how he likes it.
I think
Plain
Ben
seltzer.
just ages extra fast because he hasn't always been super old. It's
He's a-
just like, you know, he went
So-
through his like angsty teen phase when he was like 10 or something.
I'm just gonna get stuck at that super old, like,
Yeah.
where am I for like
He's-
50 years?
And then you're gonna be Yoda, so that's something to look forward to.
Yeah, you'll be a
Dude.
great Yoda. It's like an old man with like a lot of just wise teachings to hand down to the new generation.
But first you'll be kind of kooky and no one will
Yeah.
understand what
Yeah.
your point is in the movie.
And, like none
It's
of your like,
from the
like
science
thoughts will
fiction
string
movie.
together in a good like manner.
And
They'll
and
just,
somehow
like-
I'm gonna inspire the
We were
creation
wrong.
of Jar Jar Binks.
Wait,
Please.
is Outlander that movie?
That's why.
Oh no, Highlander.
I don't wanna talk about
Highlander,
that,
where only
please.
one can survive.
That's
Everyone's
that's
Does anyone else smell something really bad by
yeah.
it?
No,
I mean, we're
think,
all
I
sweating
think
like
it's,
pigs.
it might
No, it
also be
smells like the
beer.
compost bucket.
Yeah, I do smell compost.
I think it's
I
literally
smell
just the
fear.
fan blowing over your body and blowing your stench throughout this room.
The stench of
Bop
fear.
you
Bop me.
I'm just
with the
so
sand.
sweat.
Anyway,
Here,
Ben,
why don't you just-
I don't think. Wait, so Caleb, how do you feel about sporting events?
It depends. I really, really like going to Red Wings games. Hockey games are
Dude,
really fun.
any hockey
games are
game
Yeah,
is a
hockey
blast.
games.
The
It's nice and
OU hockey
cool
games are a
inside.
blast.
That's one of the best parts. Is like his hot, like sports games can get really hot, like or like just horrifically cold. But they're like hockey games are
Well,
almost.
you come prepared for a hockey game because you know it's gonna be cold.
Yeah.
Not
So
like
you
super cold.
you know you bring gloves, you get ready for it.
You also
See, another part of you being an old man is coming out. I would never bring gloves to a hockey game.
Are you
Are
crazy?
Are you
gotta-
serious?
what if
Do
you
you
gotta
wear
punch-
gloves at the rink?
Wait, what if you
Do you
gotta
bring a
punch-
scarf too?
Hey, what if you have to punch the
Nah.
glass? True.
Don't
you-
bring gloves to a hockey game. Come on, it's not that cold in there.
It's okay. It's already winter, so on your walk there, you'll need some gloves.
Eh.
You already have gloves. You walk in, and your hands are still warm.
Your hands are too warm.
I need to
inside.
get those gloves that have the pads, so that I can text with the gloves
Jesus Christ.
So you don't want the ones with like the fingers cut out on the ends.
How are you? Okay, how
No,
are you an
it's-
old man and a 17-year-old girl at the same time?
on. I feel like that's like a dad thing. The texty gloves. Because
I'm
my-
not gonna lie, I had a pair of those. Those were convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're so ridiculous looking. They didn't
They didn't
style
look
them.
that,
very
you
well.
didn't even really notice
maybe
them.
your dad is just really
it was
different
It was all
from
black,
mine.
and they had like a little black like.
I think he
cuff
just
over
sent incomprehensible text through the normal gloves.
My dad sends me texts as if they're emails. He will send, he'll have the subject, so it'll be like, Dear Ben, enter, subject, and then it'll be Dad.
Yeah, my
That's
dad goes
brutal.
the other way where he doesn't proofread at all, so it's just like riddled with typos and be like, what are you trying to say to me, father? I
there. Wait, are you talking
use
about
your
emails?
actual
Or
words.
text
No,
messages?
his text messages.
That's your text from.
Yeah, my
that?
dad sends me emails, yeah.
Oh shit.
And then my mom is on the complete opposite end. She'll send me like emojis and like,
She's-
oh my god, I miss you so much.
When my
Emoji,
mom
emoji,
discovered
emoji.
emojis, I wanted to like break my phone.
I told her literally the first text. I'm like, Mom, I'm concerned you're using emojis.
Yeah, so
Like,
right
please
here,
stop.
I just see a text from my father where there's a wrong-facing parenthesis and a dollar sign instead of the other parenthesis.
Done. Parentheses. She says
Yes.
money. That's what he meant.
I guess.
See, my mom's one of those people that she uses all the acronyms, but like in all capitals. Like she doesn't use them as like slang. Like she'll send me a big LOL and a big OMG, and I'm like, Mom, stop.
I
I looked-
send pictures.
I looked through a really nice
You
list
reading these?
of helpful abbreviations that teens use a lot. These were really new to me. Do any of you guys know NIFOC?
Well, I do now because you sent me a Snapchat.
N-I-F-O.
That is naked in front of computer.
Oh.
Is that a thing?
Kind of like AFK, but
There's also MOS.
Except you're
with-
naked.
yeah. And
And
at
not
the
away
keyboard.
from the computer.
yeah. So there were a lot of these that I think you guys should know. There's like MOS, which is mom over shoulder. Like I didn't know any of
That's
these.
kind of clever.
Yeah, it was super
When I was,
super
like,
helpful.
Younger, maybe.
Moss.
I also learned about some code for meth, which is Tina. Use the word Tina, it means
Bumper to
meth.
bumper.
kinda would
I
like
like when
to-
they say bumper to bumper.
I'd like to share some of the content, some of the feedback that we've been getting in live time from one of the group chats of a friend group of ours here.
Andrew, we thought you had a creative name and thought you and Jack were talking about different cultures. That's why we thought you were Outlanders. Outlanders, we're sorry that you were wrong. Kirsten, Caleb and I don't look at each other like we like to kiss, but Caleb does leave
They
his
do,
mouth
though.
open all the time.
They do.
None of our viewers are probably understanding what's happening, but essentially
Ed
a
and I-
drinking game is being made for Chat Pact. Anybody watching, they've been throwing a little bit of rules at us in a sarcastic
shade.
manner. Yeah, some shade. They're throwing
What,
shade,
can I
but we're
see the
gonna
rules? I
we're
wanna-
gonna roll
read
these
it
out.
off.
Yeah, I'll read off
So
some.
can
of
we
them.
get some
We should
alcohol? Or?
definitely put
No,
these
this
up.
is for the viewers.
Yeah, I think.
Well, I
Definitely put
know,
these up on
but-
the
Do you guys
channel.
want to kill some people with alcohol poisoning?
No, that's not what
Not
we're
on
trying to
purpose.
do. But let me give off a couple of the rules here. One like I believe the first one was drink anytime or take a shot anytime Caleb leaves his dumbass mouth hanging open.
I mean, you can't really argue with that one.
I'm not arguing at all.
That one should be one.
My mouth hangs open a lot.
bothered
it's
you about it all
I got
through high
loose.
school.
I got loose hinges right
Loose
here.
jowls.
Yeah, loose hinges.
Like a snake.
Two, take a drink anytime Ben behaves like an old person.
Chug, actually. Chug.
Well-
Chug
Whoa,
anytime.
chugging's
That's
a lot.
gonna
Like,
kill
pace
them.
yourself. Make sure you keep track of all the drinks you
Yeah,
have.
drink plenty
throughout
of
the night.
water.
Binge
Try
drinking is
one-
defined by
one
5
beer an
drinks
hour.
in one setting, I believe.
Really?
Over 5 drinks.
That's
I
why-
heard it was-
An hour?
actually, I heard
Every
it was
single
3.
time.
Over 3? Have they changed it?
It's what alcohol edu from Ohio University.
Wait.
another-
Alcohol.edu told me that
one
about
sitting
half
is
a drink is a
binge.
pleasure zone, and past that, you're basically blacked out.
I think you should have to take a drink anytime Matthew makes a pun
Or
Yeah.
joke.
Sounds like a
or
good
joke.
Yeah.
So anytime Matthew talks.
Because he's a joke.
one. Ew.
Oh wow.
Just kidding, Matthew. You know I love you.
I wonder how the audio.
I like how you're literally just taking the. You took the fan from me to hold it just on you.
We're trading it back.
Yeah, you're trading it back and forth from me holding it for everybody to you putting the fan directly on yourself. Anyway,
All right.
and then the last rule from Shannon. I don't know. That was rude. She was rude because I accidentally said Kirsten said the rule. Apparently, every time Caleb and I look like we're gonna kiss each other. But Caleb and I are just passionate best friends, you know.
I think if anybody looks like it's gonna kiss, it's
think-
me
Oh wait,
and Ben.
fix
I
the
think-
hands there.
I think high five.
Help!
High five should be included in the drinking game.
Okay, they
Probably.
would die.
Yeah, 'cause
if they walk.
we have-
Caleb and I are dynamite high fivers. We
You
rarely.
get a close up on the redness of my hand to prove that we're dynamite high five.
You could go over to the camera and
Yeah, go up in there. Get up in there.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
For those of you listening in, imagine a red hand.
Go out of focus, but look at that.
It's really
It's
ugly
nice and dark
fingers.
and nothing
It's great.
came up, but
See the blood blisters? That's from high fives.
yeah.
That's
Not climbing.
Is that your
It's
right
not-
hand?
So do we have a topic? Or?
yeah. I feel like it should
We
be
were
more-
talking about something at some point, but
We were talking about the drinking game, the chat back drinking game.
I guess
Which-
that's
the
not
moral of the
really-
story is don't
I
drink
think this
and drive.
topic
On the
was this
channel.
topic started with Ben's.
Oh, sports. You know,
Sports.
actually, this podcast is
So-
slowly becoming a high five fest, which was exactly what I was trying to sort of.
avoid.
Did you think that
Discouraged.
wasn't going to happen, but with Caleb and I in this room?
No, I guess not. That's yeah. But maybe
No,
we
you
could, you know.